it's Nelson Campbell from PlantPure Nation.
Yes, Jill is crazy in real life as she is on the internet.
Okay, so Carrie Eats Plants asked that if you could explain how the pods are expected to work.
Okay, well, we started out with the idea of a pod as a group, as kind of a PlantPure group that we would launch in communities across the country, and then we changed that to the idea of the pod as a network of existing groups. So what we're doing is we're going into cities and towns and we're setting up these networks. So the way that you can get into a pod is to first of all go to the website. In fact, just today we put some new functionality up there that makes all of this clearer and more easy to do. But you can, first of all, if you don't have a pod in your community, you can request that one be set up. Then after it's set up, you can get involved in several different ways. First, if you're part of an existing group, you can enroll that group in the pod. If you're not part of a group, but you see some group that's in the pod that you want to join, you can join that group. The other thing that you can do is you can start up a new group. And if you don't want to do any of that, you can participate in a public online group. But we recommend that people actually join an existing group, enroll in an existing group, or start a new group, because what this is really all about is building real-world community support around this idea, to both promote the idea within the community and then also to provide continuing support to people who have decided to live this way, and to provide a way for people like Jill here to have exposure in the community and to be able to go out and help people do this. So there are a lot of people out there who've got skills like you have and passion like you have, and who are maybe they're not as crazy as you.
Keep going.
And they don't wear bunny ears. But at any rate, there are a lot of people like you, and we've got to create a.
Oh, what are you doing over there? That was the dog.
We've got to create a situation where all of us can come together, and people like you can help other people who are interested in this.
Yeah, because this is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. It really is a lot of fun to get to know people and do potlucks and you guys know that we're always running up against not having enough friends or not enough support, and the pods are the way we're going to be able to do it. And I think what makes PlantPure Nation or the PlantPure Pods so exciting is that they're helping us come together. We have a website that we can go to. I mean, sure, we have Facebook, but Facebook is really spread out. But when we go to PlantPure Pods or PlantPure Nation, we're going to be able to get in touch and find out where those strangers are in our own city that we can connect with, and we can build something together with them. But we don't know. We're not going to find them. We may not find those people on Twitter and Facebook and all those things, but we'll be able to find it right there.
Yeah, actually, you just said something that you just hit the nail on the head.
Oh.
All right, because what we're really trying to do is we're trying to create a new kind of social media, one that's actually rooted in the real community. So real people connecting with other people in their communities, meeting in real places, having real conversations, doing real things together that affect people's lives.
Yeah.
And having interaction around that. So we're going to be creating a platform to help facilitate all of this. We're very, very early in the process. And we just introduced kind of a version 1.0 of the web platform, and it had some problems. It had some bugs and some incomplete sections and stuff. But we're starting to get some of that ironed out, and we've got a lot in the pipeline that we're going to be rolling out over the next few months.
That's cool.
So
I'm excited about that. And you're very do you guys are you? I know we are. Everybody can get on the PlantPure Nation newsletter, right? It's not just for the people that promoted.
So you can So you can go to plantpurenation.com and sign up to get the newsletter. We do a newsletter every couple weeks or twice a month.
And that really is the best way to keep track of what's going on. He's writing the newsletters, and then there's the throw-in. The other folks in the office there that you're working with are throwing in and telling what's going on behind the scenes. So it's really cool to get in on the newsletters right now, because we're able to watch this movement grow and the website grow, and I'm excited about that part. I was trying to say earlier that one of the reasons I moved to Austin was in hopes of getting to know more plant-based people and try to find that community, but also try to find an organization that is interested in being plant-based. Yes, there's the perks of the environment and the animals and such, but I am a foodie, and I'm all about the food. And so I wanted to be in touch or be a part of a movement and an organization that was about the food and making the changes. And here it is. PlantPure Nation is that support.
Actually, the food is a big part. You're exactly right, and I love food. But
Hook 'em with
but
the food.
yeah, but also it's the idea that we all have something to offer. Too often in this country we tend to look to other people and organizations. We look up to government to lead us, and the reality is that we all have leadership capability. We can be leaders in our own lives first, and then we can be leaders within our families and within our communities. And when we went across the country in the spring and the summer and did all these screenings, the one thing that I saw over and over again is I saw person after person taking risk to promote this idea. And we need a new paradigm of social change in this country where we provide the organization, the information and inspiration and resources to enable people to connect with one another and to make change within their local communities. Because that's the only way we're going to change the world, is from the bottom up that way.
You're right.
And I'm hoping that as we roll these pods out and we start to address this issue of health, that maybe in the process we can demonstrate a new paradigm for how social change can happen in other ways.
Yeah.
So that's what gets me excited is,
Yeah.
It's a very humble approach. It's not something that depends on me or my dad or any other small group of people in the plant-based community.
Yeah.
It's everyone.
People.
It's everyone together, and everyone's. What's important is that everyone had the opportunity to contribute. The magnitude of contribution is not important. It's the act of contributing,
I agree.
and we are all equal in that.
Yeah. And when we're all excited, when we've had a taste of the plant-based life, and we know, we're all like that. Everybody here is on fire about how good they feel, and they want to share, and they're trying to be the example to others. And the pods, I was kind of daydreaming about that it's even more powerful that this movement can happen, and knowing that it can happen, because as people in our community, we already know everyone, right? We know how our town works. We know the mood of our town. We all live in a different place, a different city. But each place has its own mood. Our churches, our Sunday school classes, we know the personalities of the people around us, and it's only by working with them directly and being the immediate people that can reach out to them. That makes the movement happen.
Exactly. That's why we have to start local.
Yeah.
Just for the reason you said. It's why we call these groups pods.
Yeah.
Because it's all about planting seeds, but it's people planting seeds in other people.
Yeah.
And that has to be local.
It doesn't work any other way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's this distant message, and it's something that can easily be turned off. But you can't. But when you're there, you're seeing the same people week after week, and you can be an example to others. That's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And the example becomes the light, and then before you know it, everybody's like, "Boy, you look good. I want a piece of that." And what are you doing? And then you draw them in, and giving, just like you said, we can all lead. We can all throw in, and we all have talents. And even if we don't think we have a talent, we do. And just being plant-based, just trying to take responsibility for your health is being an example to others. When Annette loses 100 pounds right in front of everybody, girl, you are a light to everyone around you. And so you're making a change, and you're the leader for yourself, and you're the leader of your own health. And that, right there, that's the beginning of a pod where you are.
Yeah.
So,
It really all starts with a sense of humility and a recognition of everyone's abilities.
Yeah.
And, even within the plant-based field, in the past, sometimes there's been a bit too much ego and competition. And, certainly we owe a lot to the folks who've come before and who've help to promote this idea and kind of give birth to it. But we're at a new point now where we need to get away from this sort of small leadership idea, and we've got to broaden this out to everyone and get everyone involved. Everyone has something to contribute, and we're all the same in that regard.
We are. No one's better than anybody else at all. Does anybody have any questions?